There is something special about pixel art games. They do not rely on ultra-realistic graphics, but even so, they create memorable worlds, engaging stories, and incredibly fun experiences. For many players, these games bring an immediate sense of nostalgia, reminding them of the era of classic consoles, where creativity and gameplay were at the center of everything. And when this pixelated aesthetic mixes with elements of survival, exploration, and progression, the result is addictive adventures that keep the player engaged for hours. So, right at the beginning, take a moment. If you enjoy nostalgic pixel art games, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next videos with lists, curiosities, and recommendations that bring the best of this classic style. Today we are revisiting some of the best pixel art games focused on survival, exploration, and progression. Titles that combine nostalgia, challenge, and fun into unique experiences. Stardew Valley is one of those games that seem simple at first glance, but quickly become impossible to put down. The story begins when the main character inherits an old farm from their grandfather and decides to leave the exhausting city life behind to start over in the countryside. From there, the player must plant, harvest fish, mine, and manage resources to survive and prosper. All of this in a fully pixel art world full of color details and charming characters. The charm of the game lies in its freedom. You can focus on farming, explore dangerous caves, raise animals, or even build relationships with the villagers. The relaxing soundtrack, the day and night cycles, and the gradual growth of the farm create a nostalgic and highly addictive experience. Blasphemous takes a completely different approach. With detailed and dark pixel art, the game presents a world inspired by religious and gothic elements. The story follows the penitent, a warrior, trapped in an eternal cycle of suffering, exploring a devastated world filled with grotesque creatures and constant danger. Survival here depends on skill. Combat is challenging. Enemies are aggressive, and every area demands full attention. The atmosphere is heavy, with detailed environments and impressive pixel art animations. Blasphemous blends visual nostalgia with an intense and brutal experience, creating one of the most unique worlds in the genre. Broforce is pure action and fun. With exaggerated and explosive pixel art, the game puts the player in control of heroes inspired by classic action movies. The mission is simple: survive, destroy everything, and free the world. Each character has unique abilities, and the environments are fully destructible. Survival depends on fast reflexes. Explosions, gunfire, and enemies appear constantly. The chaos never stops, and that is exactly what makes the game so fun. Broforce is pure nostalgia, bringing back classic action games with a modern cooperative approach. The Escapists 2 brings a creative concept. The goal is to survive inside a prison and find a way to escape. With pixel art graphics and a top-down view, the player must follow routines, collect items, craft tools, and plan complex escapes. Each prison has different challenges. Guards patrol the area, schedules must be followed, and any mistake can lead to punishment. The fun comes from the freedom of strategy. You can dig tunnels, create disguises, or organize elaborate escapes, all within a nostalgic and charming style. Dead Cells combines fast-paced action with survival elements. The player explores a constantly changing castle, facing enemies and collecting upgrades. The pixel art is extremely fluid, with detailed animations and impressive visual effects. Every death is part of the progression, encouraging the player to try again. Survival depends on skill, timing, and strategy. Combat is fast and challenging, making every run unique. Dead Cells successfully blends nostalgia with modern, highly addictive gameplay. Enter the Gungeon is pure chaos in pixel art form. The player explores a dungeon filled with absurd weapons, strange enemies, and constant challenges. The story revolves around adventurers searching for a legendary gun capable of erasing the past. To reach it, you must survive rooms full of danger. Each run is different. Random items, varied weapons, and unpredictable enemies keep the game fresh. The difficulty is high, but the fun is immediate. Enter the Gungeon is a perfect example of nostalgia with intensity. Moonlighter mixes survival with management. At night, the player explores dangerous dungeons in search of items. During the day, they run a shop and sell what they found. The story follows a young merchant who dreams of becoming a hero. Progression happens gradually with shop upgrades and new equipment. The pixel art is colorful and detailed, creating a cozy and nostalgic world. The balance between combat and management makes the game unique. Octopath Traveler uses a classic pixel art style combined with modern effects. The game features 8 characters, each with their own story. The world is vast and full of danger. The player must grow stronger, face enemies, and survive in strategic turn-based battles. The epic soundtrack and detailed environments reinforce the nostalgic feel of classic RPGs with a modern presentation. Unsighted brings an interesting survival concept. In a post-apocalyptic world, characters have limited time before losing their consciousness. This creates urgency. Every decision matters. Exploring, fighting, and helping others becomes a race against time. The pixel art is detailed, and the gameplay blends action with exploration. The survival system adds emotional weight to every choice. Graveyard Keeper brings humor and survival in an unusual setting. The player takes on the role of a graveyard keeper in a medieval world. You must manage resources, take care of the graveyard, explore areas, and survive while improving the location. The pixel art is charming and full of detail. The game mixes farming, crafting, and exploration, creating a relaxing and fun experience. All these games show that pixel art is more alive than ever. Each one relies on nostalgia, survival, and fun as its core elements. They prove that ultra-realistic graphics are not necessary to create unforgettable experiences. Sometimes a few well-placed pixels are enough to mark an entire generation. If you enjoyed this list of pixel art games full of nostalgia and survival, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next videos. Leave a like, share with anyone who loves retro games, and comment which of these titles brought you the most nostalgia. Because in the end, these pixel worlds are the ones that stay alive in the memory of players.